So we have a ton of new hero cards, but I can't lie, I'm a bit confused about them. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy JP. We're here with some hero support for February 2022. So we have new cards revealed from the new sets, Powers of Elements, and the archive. I forget what the actual set's called. So we have a ton of cards related to heroes, elemental heroes and Neos, and things like that. So this is a cover card, this is a GX intro reference, and let's just get straight into this. Okay, so I have a preference, I have read these briefly, and I'm a bit confused about them, so let's just talk about the thoughts and just everything as a reaction, and let's just get into it. So, Elemental Hero Spear of Neos. Level 7 Light Warrior effect, 2520. So it's just as exact same as a regular Neos. Okay, so then here's first effect. So you can only use 1, 2, and 3 once per turn. First effect. When a opponent's monster declares an attack, you special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Even if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle. So it's a battle trap. It doesn't even say direct attack, it says any attack. Special summon it and it can be destroyed by battle. So that's pretty good. Especially because you can rule up, put it in defense. You can put it in attack, but oh no, wait, yeah, in defense position. Okay, so just the wall, pretty good. If we have hero exceeds, this will actually be quite useful. So we have a few level 7s. Okay, so number 2, this card is special summon, so it works with this effect. You can add one spell or trap that mentions elemental heroes, monster's name, and monster's name. So it has to be something specific, not just elemental hero. Alright, okay. 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. That's pretty good. That's really good, in fact. So an elemental hero monster's name. I'm trying to think what would be the best bet off of this. Like, literally just the equip cards and Neos cards. Like, you know, bubble shuffle this and that. Like, nothing major off the top of my mind. If it's at any, you could legit get Miracle Fusion, tons of other things. Number 3, during your phase, shuffle this into the deck, especially one of here, normal monster from your deck. Normal monster, so you go for Neos. There aren't really any other options, like viable options. I mean, if it was any elemental hero, it'd be great because you go to Stratos, search, Shadow Mist, search, do your thing. All in all, not a bad card, a little bit restrictive, but it's pretty cool. It has potential. Now this is the big boy that I'm really excited about. Elemental Hero Shining Neos Wingman. The Wingman archetype, Flame Wingman, Shining Flare Wingman, some of my favorites in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's one point in time, I will admit, where I was debating, should I keep playing elemental heroes or should I transition to Destiny heroes? The Wingmen, the classic heroes, a lot of things like maybe say no. It's just like a millisecond debate in my head. But the Flame Wingman, just think to yourself, no way the Flame Wingman can't be replaced. So it's really cool that there's a new one. And it makes you wonder if it's doing a retrain of this, are they going to do retrains of the original Wingman as well? And I really hope so. Anyway, level 8 Light Warrior Fusion effect, 3100 attack. That's pretty big for an elemental hero fusion. Right, 25 defense, so it's just a bigger Neo stat. 1 Neos and 1 Wingman fusion monster. That's probably why it's bigger, because you need a Wingman fusion and a Neo, so it's a bit specific. I will say, straight up, if it was 1 Neos and 1 fusion or 1 anything, oh, I would abuse the fuck. I would love this card so much already, because a Wingman, that an easy splashable Wingman. With my deck, I play Flame Wingman anyway, so it works. But if it was generic, please make a Flame Wingman retrain that's generic. I beg. Just do like do like an attribute, 1 fire attribute plus 1. That'd be something. Must be fusion summoned. Okay. And use a first effect once per turn. This card is special summon. It says special summon and fusion summon. Okay. You can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of different attributes on the field. It says on the field, not just on your field. destroyed number of cards. So you can do back row, you can do anything. That's really good. So it's a level light. Generically on your field you have a sunrise, you have an extra hero. So say depletably you have a dark and a light. And then whatever left over. So either way it's gonna be a 1 pop because of itself, but on the field. So it's also including your opponent's field. But just if you're relying on your own, so that's at least 1. 400 attack for each monster in the grave. Cannot be destroyed by effects. Each monster in the grave. Doesn't have to be hero specific. Really good. So like that's already going to be 3,700 just from these. If you go with this effect, it's going to be 4,300. Put him on the Cross Crusader, put him with a Sunriser. Dude, he's going to get big quick. No, Dread Decimator, not Cross Crusader. Number 3. It's got destroys the monster battle. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original attack. Incredible. I've always loved this effect of the Wingman. That's amazing. I like all these effects. The only thing I could say is this is like a one-time thing. So after this has happened, it basically becomes a vanilla that can't be destroyed. Which I mean, it's cool. Really cool. But I saw people comparing it to DPE. This isn't DPE. Viable. I love that artwork so much, you have no idea. Look at this artwork. That's amazing. I love it so much. Okay. So, Cross Keeper. So we're going the cross name still, level 2 Dark Warrior. 400. Not very much. First to second, once per turn. You send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special summon 1 elemental hero or neospatial monster from your hand or graveyard with you. Special summon for the grave. Its effects are negated. Okay, so there's a lot of cards, so I'm gonna like talk them bit by bit, as you've probably gathered. So you lose a card in hand if you send this to grave. If it's special summon along with it, it'd be really cool. But this makes it a bit more difficult to make it viable because it. If it's someone from the deck, that'd also be incredible, and the fact that it summons from graveyard and negates it is also a bit rough. If you specially summoned a Shadow Mist and then linked it off and you got the search effect, that wouldn't be bad. However, you know, I'm happy we have special summon potential. I'm just saying, realistically, if you have this in your hand, it's a -1. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It'd just be cool if you could summon from the deck. If you special summon elemental hero fusion monster, this card in the graveyard, so you could easily do that because of the first effect. Banish this card, draw 2 cards, so place 1 card from your hand upon your deck. Not bad, so it's like Celestial. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool to say the least. So moving along now to the spell and trap. EN engage Neospace. Whoa, my mouse. Okay, so first thing, EN, I'm assuming that means Elemental Hero Neospatian. Like, that's what it stands for. Engage Neospace. So that's Uriah. But Uriah doesn't have 2 heads, unless it's meant to be the Destiny Hero, and that's Uriah. I'm confused. Anyway, can I activate? Wait, so yeah, it's a normal spell card. Can I activate this card's name once per turn? Can I special summon from the deck the turn, except fusions. Send 1 Neospatian monster and 1 Elemental Hero monster to the graveyard. 1 from your hand and 1 from your deck. So it says very similar to the Cyber Dark card. In fact, all this support reminds me of that. The combining, having combined Cyber Dragon, Cyber Dark, they're combining Elemental Heroes and Neospatians, and you can say Neos because it's an archetype too, but whatever. So you send 1 Neospatian, 1 Elemental Hero from to the grave, 1 from hand, 1 from deck. Special summon 1 Neospatian monster or 1 level 5 or higher Elemental Hero monster from your deck. Had to be a level 5 or higher. You could just break out like a Stratos or something. Rough. I'm probably going to bring out Spirit of Neos off the top of my mind, which is a new card. If it's Elemental Hero Neos, it gives 1,000 attack. That's 3,500, that's pretty big. And add 1 polymerization from your deck or grave to your hand. Powerful. So if you're running Neospatians, which you have to be playing this card, you're getting a Neos. So that's one material, and then the poly. That's pretty good. Cool artwork, by the way. Look at that dude. So this is the reference to anime. Instant contact. Normal spell. One of his card's name per turn. Pay 1k. Special summon 1 level 7 or lower elemental hero or Neospatian monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. I was about to say you could bring out the new Neos, but it's a level 8. So Sunrise, is Sunrise level 7 or 8? Let's read the rest of it before we get into anything. If you do not have an elemental hero Neos on your field or in the graveyard, a special summon monster cannot attack, its effects are negated, or also returns to the extra deck during the end phase. So it just basically gives it a Neos fusion clause. Fair enough. So Neos does have some cool fusions, but I'm thinking, because it says any elemental hero, so you could cheat at WINGMAN to do the Neo strats, but whatever. Sunrise, if Sunrise is a level 7, that'd be mad. Is there any other hero that would be worth it? I can't think. I genuinely can't think of any. And how do you play this card? Do you play it as a 3-off, a 1-off? I feel like I'd play it as a like attacky 1-off, because it's good, but like to me, you play one monster reborn. This is a monster reborn from the extra deck, because I don't know, maybe it's meant to be a 3-off. It's just as 1 per 10. It's just you need the Neos, so you need to make sure you have Neos engraved, which isn't too hard, because so many things can search it and so disagree with PYRS, but I like this card. But depends on deck building whether how good it's gonna be. Imagine if it was searchable, man. Damn. Wait, I'm gonna scroll up for a second. So this mentions a hero monster, right? Yeah, so this guy can search it. So there's an easy way to special summon him, and then an easier way to search this. I'm gonna need to do some deck building. Okay. Ian Wave continuous spell. Can use the first and second effect of his card name was return. If your elemental hero monster or monsters is used as material for fusion, summon and sent to the grave, or banish miracle fusion. Special summon 1 Neospatian monster or 1 elemental hero. Neos. Why have to be Neos? Why could it just be generic heroes from your deck? See, another could have been Stratos. Could have been Shadow Mist. Fuck. That would actually be such a good continuous card. Fusion. So much Shadow. Man. But I get it. This is meant to work with Neospatians. It just would have been cool if it could have been without the Neospatian core. Okay, so second effect. If a Neospatian monster or a hero in Neos is shuffled from your field, grave into the deck, and the extra deck, special summon elemental hero monster from the grave. So this one's generic, right? So you can't bring back Stratos. This is shuffled Neos. I don't think I'd be doing that if I'm not playing a dedicated Neospatian deck. If his first effect was generic, it would have been playable. I think I just would have been playing like a few of them. Would have been good. Cool artwork, by the way. Glimos and Marina. Fusion over. Put a plant searchable. Quick play spell. Activate 1 card of his card's name was with 10. Target 1 face of monster from the field. Reveal 1 elemental hero monster, 1 Neospatian monster, or 1 level 10 monster from your hand, deck or extra deck. And if you use a targeted monster as a fusion material of his turn, you can treat it as the reveal monster's name. Okay, so the level 10 is meant to be Yubel or Crystal Beast Dragon. Rainbow Dragon. So that's interesting. This will definitely help a lot of those like techie decks, and it's a quick place, so that's cool, I suppose. Also, if you have an elemental hero Neos on the field or in the graveyard, send the revealed monster to the graveyard. Otherwise, if it was revealed, throw in the hand shuffle into the deck. So situational and backfiring. Okay. The artwork for all these cards are really cool, by the way. My boys. Well, I really like this guy. Neos is starting to grow on me too, but I like this guy. Normal trap card. Favorite contact. So it's another fusion one. one with his card's name. Special summon one future monsters from your extra deck. List hero monsters as material. That's really, really generic. You can use it with some crazy cards, Rainbow, Neos. That is it. Kruger, Wiseman. No, not Wiseman. That Yubel card. By placing the materials listed on it on the bottom of your deck in any order from among the cards in your hand, field, or graveyard, or banished. Has literally any single option available other than deck. That's mad. Ignoring so many conditions. And if you place out hero Neos, the summon monster cannot be returned to the extra deck. So you can straight up fusion with anything. I wish this was a quick play spell or just a spell in general. It's not bad, just really sucks that it's a trap. I'm really trying to think, how can you like use this to your maximum advantage? Neospatians definitely can, because of Nebula, I believe. As of like a pure elemental hero deck, I can't think of anything that would really benefit. Either way, really cool artwork. If it wasn't a trap, that'd be even better, but I'm grateful for it. So as I said, with these support cards, I don't know how to feel about them, to be honest. Like, they're all really cool, but they really support heroes across Neospatians. The only ones I'd even consider putting in my deck straight away, instant. This one's okay, I don't think I'd use it though. I really want this guy. I might have to put Neos in my deck just to run this guy. And this one possibly. Really depends on how you can mix it in. Also, this guy's name should be treated as Neos or in Hand of Grave. Because we only have one Neos, and I get to try to not make Neos real relevant, but you know, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Dark Magician, they all have cards that treat as it. This is unfair. I don't want to run a stupid vanilla. Okay, so we have one more card to look at. Wake up your elemental hero. Straight away, reference to Benemy. And I'm also going to say, I strongly dislike this artwork. I don't like it one bit. If you ask me why, it's because it doesn't make sense to me. Yes, it's from the anime, yes, it's a reference, but when I like to see a card, I like to see what the thing is actually. Think about it if it were in the show, if it was a hologram, if like anything like that. So what are you actually summoning? Is it just going to be like miniatures of all these dudes grouped up? That's the only thing I could think of. But it's just a bit weird, like, it's cool but doesn't really suit a monster. Anyway, level 10 light, 25-21. Okay. Add up to a hero fusion and one warrior. Generic. So you can, okay. Gains 300 attack for each material used for its summon. +1 warrior, by the way, so you can bump it up a bit. This card can make a number of attacks on monsters each roll face up to the number of fusion monsters used as material for its summon. Okay. So it's another sort of trinity. Cool. If this card battled a monster after damage calculation, destroy that monster, and if you do inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. So it has a flame wingman effect for what reason? It's not a wingman. Wingman's not, oh yeah, shining fire wingman is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that effect. And it's OTK, mad potential. Boosts up attack. Multiple battles does this. So if you beat over 2 dudes, that's mad damage. If this fusion summoned is destroyed, special summon warrior once every handle deck. That's also pretty good. I'm gonna say straight up, because they copied Wingman, I feel like this should have been like a Flame Wingman remake or something, because, or a Shining Flare Wingman remake, because it literally has a Wingman effect. Gain 100, getting attack, doing damage, and like Wingman would love multiple attacks because of this effect. Anyway, it's a really good card. I'm nitpicking. I'm just really confused. Like, I'm glad it exists, but it just really, really confuses me, man. This would have been better off on a Wingman. What's his artwork? I don't like when Yu-Gi-Oh make cards like this. It's just, you know, as I said, I'm glad it exists, but a bit weird. Also, I need to go back to this for a second. This card isn't treated as a hero, so you can't use it for Trinity, this and that. If it was able to be used for them, at least you could say that's an excuse to play it, but you can't. All in all, I love this card. This card's cool. Really want to figure out how to special summon it, because I can't think of easy ways to bring it out, because you don't want to be relying on your opponent. I don't know, you already run Honest Neos. So, yeah. And then this card. These ones are the only ones I'm really considering. But anyway, I'm gonna go out of here. This card's weird. These cards are cool. I like this support in general. It's not pure hero support, and I saw a lot of people complaining, oh, more hero support. It's not hero support. It is Dio support, Dio Spatian support, and Elemental Hero support. It's not made for Elemental Heroes. It's made for everything to come together. And I saw people say, where's the Neospatian support? This is Neospatian support, idiot. Anyway, I'm going to go out of here. That's my thoughts on the cards. I'm very curious to deck build, because I really, really want this guy in my deck. Anyway, I'm out of here. That was a bit of a longer video. And I'll see you guys in a bit.